my loves. Alright, so I wanted to share something really quick with you guys that really helped me a lot when I was trying to lose weight in 2017. So like about 3 years ago, I was really having a hard time just getting started. I was tired of like trying to start on Monday and then I couldn't follow through. So I knew all I really needed was to build some momentum. I just needed to feel like I was making progress because weeks were going by and I kept saying I was gonna start my diet. Eating whatever we want is more of a control thing. So we need to still have that control. In order for us to like move forward, we need to make it as easy for us as possible. So I knew that I just needed to be able to say, I'm doing a little bit better, just so I could have a sense of progress. So what I did was, or what you can do is go through your diet and find out what are your biggest sources of calories. Like that, like literally write it down, because when you go to write it down, you'll find out like there are things in there that you didn't normally, like in your mind, you don't think you have them, but you have them. Like for me, it was like, wow, I didn't realize I drank this much soda, or I didn't realize like how much french fries I was having. So for me, you take out one thing at a time. The more we deprive ourselves of something, the more we want it. So the more I was like, I'm never eating pizza again, the more I was like, the next day I was like, hi, Little Caesars, like I was like ordering it right away. So the more we feel deprived, the more it's just gonna backfire on us. Like the saying goes, like what you resist persists, and it's so true. So you need to feel like you have that sense of control over everything. You need to be able to feel like you can still enjoy the things you want, and you want to gradually take things away, because anything that goes long term is always done gradually. Like if you look at your daily morning routine, it probably is different than it was 10 years ago, but you don't even realize you're changing your routine because it's so gradual. Like the first thing you may do is go brush your teeth, and 10 years ago maybe the first thing you did was go make a cup of coffee. Whatever it is, everything that changes and really sticks changes gradually over time. So you want it to be a slow process. And this is kind of a win-win, because you make it a slow process, which not guarantees, but means it's more likely that it's going to be long-term. And then you also get to keep the feeling of, I get to eat whatever I want. I get to have this control over what I eat. A lot of times that's kind of how it is. We feel kind of like we don't have control over anything else, and food is like that one thing that's like ours. We can control that. So whether it be for our benefit health-wise or not, it's something that we can control. So you get to kind of have both those things at the same time. So what you do is, like I broke my diet down, and you want to pick the easiest thing for you to take out of your diet. Like my biggest things were sodas, Milos. I was eating a lot of Milos. I love their french fries, and I was eating a lot of Little Caesars. Those are the big three things that I remember, but overall it was sodas and eating out. So I said, okay, let me take out sodas first. So for me, I needed still to have something with some flavor in it. So I went from sodas. I still ate whatever I wanted, but I went from sodas to Crystal Light, because Crystal Light has 0 calories. It's like the bottles, I think it's Crystal Light. I'll have to double check, but it's one of those calorie-free carbonated fruit drinks. But I knew I didn't want to do that long term because it has aspartame in it, but I just needed something with carbonation and flavor to make me feel like I'm having soda without actually having soda. So I moved to that, and then from there I gradually started to incorporate water. It allowed me to feel like, even though I'm not eating this perfect diet, it allowed me to feel like finally I'm making some progress, like good cemented progress, because it wasn't such a drastic change where it was like, man, my first cheat day, I'm gonna like kill some sodas, or you know, whatever it is. It didn't make me feel like I'm depriving myself where I wanted it more. So it was just a gradual change. I took those things out, and I said, okay, my next thing is Milos and Little Caesars. Those were my just 2 favorite places to go all the time. So I still allowed myself to go out to eat fast food, whatever french fries and stuff I wanted. I just took out those 2 ones that were like my big, I really loved eating it, and I ate a lot of it. So I took those out, but I kept eating out fast food, and I would just eat whatever I want. And again, the big thing is like, you still get to feel that sense of control. You still get to enjoy the things that you want, and you get to feel like you're getting satisfied. You always have to feel satisfied. To this day, ever since I started this, everything I eat, I make sure I feel satisfied, like not just physically in hunger, but emotionally, because that's a lot of the reason why we overeat, is because it's an emotional thing. So whenever I would try to diet and try to go on this crazy strict, you know, chicken and broccoli, I always felt deprived. I didn't feel satisfied. And so the key is to make sure you're staying satisfied. So then I took out Milos and Little Caesars, and I went to whatever fast food. And then once I did that, and I started to feel, you know, like I was in the routine. I felt like, okay, I didn't need my Milos, I didn't need my Little Caesars, I didn't have my sodas, and this was all really great because I was making progress, but still having that sense of satisfaction. I feel like I keep saying that, but I still felt that sense of satisfaction. So it was like I was making progress, but I still had the things that I needed. And then so from there I was like, okay, now I'm good with that. Now I need to move away from the fast food. Now let me tell you, I still eat fast food to this day, but this is more just to kind of get going, to start feeling like you're having some momentum. So then I took out the fast food and I said, okay, I can eat whatever I want from the grocery store. I just am not going to order out fast food anymore. I'm not going to order takeout, eat out. I didn't go out to eat with my friends, anything. And so I would just, whatever I still wanted, if I wanted, I wouldn't let myself buy pizza, but if I wanted French fries or something like that, I would buy the frozen French fries and I'd have to make them at home. If I wanted tacos, I would make them at home. So I moved from fast food to grocery shopping. And then for me, the next step was, okay, now I'm eating, you know, the kind of junk food from the grocery store. And then it's like, okay, then you move to a little bit cleaner food. And so I started eating, like, I wanted to make sure I was eating things where I felt satisfied, that I really enjoyed eating. So I love tacos, so I would make like taco salads, or I would do, what is it, salmon, and oh, what else did I do? Salmon, and I love broccoli. And I used to, you guys, I used to not like vegetables at all, I promise y'all, but it wasn't until I was like, okay, I really gotta start incorporating vegetables because it helps give you volume, like it helps make you full. So I started playing around with different vegetables, and now I love them. Like, I'm actually getting ready to go get some sushi, and they have like this ginger salad. Y'all, like, I didn't even know that I like salad so much. I found at one point this restaurant in Tuscaloosa where I used to live, and they have, excuse me, they have this chicken salad that's got like candied walnuts and this like some sort of dressing they put on it, and strawberries, and it's so good. And it's like, you know, there really are vegetables out there that I'm willing to bet that if you don't like veggies, you will find, if you start experimenting with things, you'll start finding stuff out there that are really good. Because I was really surprised, like, how much the more I learn to like experiment, the more I try things, and the more I find like there's a lot of really good stuff out there that I like. So, and then from there, you know, that to me kind of only takes you so far, and then there's a point where you have to let go of the emotional eating, and that's a whole nother video. I'll get into that. All right, I'm cutting this video off here because I knew it got a little bit long-winded, and I don't want to make these videos like so long where they're like, okay, get on to the point. So I'm gonna cut the emotional part up into the next video, so you guys will see that next time. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.